So we're being asked to solve this triangle, and we're given two sides and an angle that's not between them. So that is known as the side-side angle situation. Now this side is, sometimes we call it the ambiguous case, because it's possible that no triangle can be formed, so we'd have no solution. Or it's possible that we'd have one triangle, or there could be two triangles. Now, so here's how you can test it out. Start by drawing a horizontal line. Take the angle that they gave you, always put it on the left. Alright, so that means that the 30 degrees goes right here, and that's angle A. Now, the side across from that, alright, I'm going to think of this as a rope, because we don't know. We don't know if this is where it will be. It could swing to the left and end up on the inside, or it might not reach at all, and then that's when we have no triangle. So make it a dotted line because it's like a variable. But if this is angle A, then this is side A, and so this is 4. Take the other side and always put that on the left. Alright, that's side B, which makes this angle B, which makes this angle C. So first you have to determine if you can make a triangle at all. And here's how you can tell. Find the height. I'm going to call this H for right now. The height is always going to be R sine theta. Okay, R refers to radius. Okay, I'm sort of picturing this as the origin, and so I'm picturing this 8 as the radius. So when I say R, I'm talking about this. Okay, so the height is going to be 8 sine 30. Okay, so just put that in your calculator. I know that sine 30 is 1/2. So 8 times 1/2 is going to be 4. But if you did not know that, then you would have to type it in. 8 sine 30. Okay, so like I said, it's 4. Alright, so now that's very interesting because the height is 4, so I'll put a 4 right here. But normally we sit here and ask ourselves, is the rope long enough to reach? And we have to make sure that the rope is longer than the height so it can reach the ground. But this is a special case. Notice that the height of the triangle and the rope are exactly the same. So that means, sure, the rope will reach the ground, but the only way the rope is going to reach the ground, the only way the rope is going to reach the ground is if we hang the rope straight down. Alright, the rope is going to have to be straight down because it's just barely long enough to reach. It's exactly long enough to reach. It's exactly equal to the height. If we move it a little bit to the right, it won't reach anymore. It'll stop short. If we were to move it a little bit to the left, same thing. The only way it reaches is if it's straight down. Okay, and because it only reaches straight down, that means there will only be one triangle. It's actually going to be a right triangle. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the whole 2 triangle thing. Now, if we were very clever, we could actually forget about doing the law of sines right now. This is a right triangle, so actually we should be able to, it's a special right triangle. It's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So I know that this is actually going to be 4 radical 3. And I could solve it that way. But I don't think that's what they mean for us to do. And if this was like 35, that wouldn't work. So let me just pretend that I didn't notice that this was a special right triangle. and use the law of sines. So we're going to need to find angle B and angle C and side C. Those are the three things we need. Let's start with angle B. Well, actually, angle B, I know angle B is 90 degrees, all right, because it just barely reaches it straight down. So this has to be 90 degrees. So I'm not actually going to do the law of sines for that. Subtracting from 180, we know that this is going to be 60. So, all right, so we know that's going to be 60. So finding side C, I could either use my special triangle knowledge or I could do the Pythagorean theorem. All right, the Pythagorean theorem says if I want to find C, which is weird because C is normally the hypotenuse, but anyway, C squared plus 4 squared is equal to 8 squared. All right, leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. So this is going to be C squared plus 16 is equal to 64. Subtract 16 from both sides. So we have C squared is equal to 48. So then you would have to take the square root of both sides. And that's going to give you, let's see, what is the square root of 48? Okay, so that is 6.9. So this is the solution. So B is 90, C is 60, angle C is 60, and side C is 6.9. So the answer is C.